Us is the horror follow-up to Get Out by Academy Award winner for writing Jordan Peele. Now, why did I just stress that he won an Oscar for writing? Well, because that is really the only thing that is bad with this movie, and only really for the last 15 minutes. Us focuses on the Wilson family that gets terrorized by their doubles, or Tethers as the film calls them. They just show up one night while they're on vacation in order to kill them. The premise is strong and the performances are outstanding. Lupita Nyong'o was stellar as the mother Adelaide and as a Tether counterpart Red.
I was excited to see this film. I loved Get Out, and the trailer for this film was one of the best I've seen in a long time. Unfortunately, the movie just kinda let me down.
Once the Tethers show up, you'll be on the edge of your seat. The creepy way they interact with the family will make your skin crawl.
The initial contact scenes is what comprise most of the trailer. Now, there's a lot more that happens after that, and I'm not gonna ruin or spoil anything for you, but it's just not as good as the initial contact scenes.
Once the Wilsons escape to their friend's house, the Tylers', that's when the bulk of the carnage and bloody gore take place. There were some chuckles at the beginning, especially with lovable teddy bear of a husband Gabe, played by Winston Duke, but the killings of the Tethers at the Tylers' house, well, that just made me laugh out loud at how over the top it was. When the family arrives at the Tylers' house, it is then they begin to realize that more is happening in the world than just with what is happening with the family. It's at this point the movie starts to veer into sci-fi. Once the Tethers attacked, there was a lot of fighting between the characters, and even though technically it's them fighting with themselves, it was still pretty entertaining. Especially the last sequence with Adelaide, fighting a Tether, Red, they were dancing and fighting together. It was okay to me. When the final showdown between Adelaide and Red happens, that is when the writing really goes off course. They explain too much with exposition dumps, the entire film hits us over the head with symbolism, and just to make sure you truly understand what he's trying to get across, the villain literally explains everything to the hero. The only thing I did not like about this film was the final M. Night Shyamalan twist. I won't give anything away or give any context to it, but I'll just say that it totally destroyed all of this film's internal logic. Us does a really good job of building suspense, throwing in jump scares, and the occasional gore scenes. The internal logic doesn't really make sense, but with horror films, it doesn't really have to. 8 out of 10. I was laughing my butt off at everything Winston Duke said or did on screen. And the Tether deaths, they were hilarious. 7 out of 10.
You have some great MCU actors in this that do some great dual performances, but overall I was just let down. 6 out of 10.
The action here was horror action, so not the adrenaline, blood-pumping stuff that I usually like, but it still wasn't boring. 6 out of 10. I'm conflicted here because there's really a lot about this movie I truly enjoyed, it's just the ending of it ruined it. So 9 out of 10 for the first 90 minutes, but overall 5 out of 10. We here at Who's Review give Us the overall rating of Don't Think Twice. This film is filled with masterful scenes that truly showcase Jordan Peele's talent in the horror and thriller genre. Us tries to explain so many things and throws in so many twists that by the end of the film you really have no idea what's going on when you really think about it. So go and see it for the intense scenes, but you may not want to think too hard about what you just watched afterwards. That's our review. Let us see yours. Post your own thoughts and share your own video reviews in the comment section below. Stay up to date with everything through our social media, and as always, thanks for checking us out here at Who's Review, where everyone's a critic.